Live from inside ECAV Arena in Troy, New York, it's Ithaca men's college basketball on this Friday night as first place is up for grabs against the RPI Engineers. Thanks again for joining us here on Bomber Sports alongside Rihanna DeCrow, Cam Manna with you for such a crucial showdown. Two of the top three teams in the conference. Bombers come in 6-1 in Liberty League play at the very top, and RPI at 6-2. Two teams looking to continue to stay hot, and both sides know what tonight means to kick off really the heart of Liberty League play.
Yeah, and this is the point in the season where really anything could happen. Your season can either go in the upward direction, it could trend really well, and you could make it into that Liberty League tournament, or you could go the opposite way. And for both of these teams, you know, they've had some struggles here or there, but ultimately have been playing very well. Now it's about, can you keep it together down the stretch?
This Bomber squad, they come off a weekend sweep against Clarkson and St. Lawrence, but Coach Freed, the biggest thing he talked about is they didn't start this season with the goal of beginning 6-1. They have not began 8-1 in the Coach Freed era. They have a chance to do that here this weekend with a sweep over RPI and Skidmore. A long way till then, but this team understands that they have so much more to do than just another hot start, which they even had last year, and still finished bottom of the conference.
Yeah, your eyes really have to be set on that Liberty League tournament, and more than that, have to be set on giving yourself the easiest path to that championship round, some place that the Bombers haven't been in quite some time. And for that to happen, you got to play your best brand of basketball. You got to be tight down the stretch. And as we know in this Liberty League, especially on the men's side of the floor, it can go any way at any point in time.
Well, the Bombers come out in their road whites with their starting five. The freshman Chris Lasith at the 5 spot. Logan Wendell, the senior captain, mans the 1. Jalen O'Neal wearing number 2. He'll be the shooting guard. Aiden Holmes, his 12th start. He'll play the 3. And Evan Cabral, the sophomore, will be at the 4 spot for the Bombers with the blue numbering and lettering and the white shorts with the blue IC logo on either side. RPI in their home blacks, red lettering, red numbers with the white accent and the red striping on either side. They bring out their 2 grad senior starters, Chuck Clemens and Avery Euchster, back for a 5th season. PJ Scalisi at the forward spot. At the center, Andrew Deppy, and they'll bring out Dylan Matchett, the junior, who's the team's leading scorer. RPI has won the last 3 meetings over the Bombers, and they took down Ithaca in round 2 of the Liberty League tournament 2 seasons back. Deppy and Lasith at midcourt. 2 very tall big fellas at 6'6", and you're underway here on this Friday night from Troy, New York. First place up for grabs, Ithaca and RPI. Chris Lasith straight away for the Bombers on their first possession. The number 1 offense here in the conference, 75 points per game. Cabral straight away, drives to his right side, lowers the shoulder, Holmes straight away. Now Jalen O'Neal in the left corner, they reset to Holmes. 10 on the shot clock. Cabral right side, right wing extended. Logan Wendell deep right wing 3, opens it up, and Wendell hits from behind the arc.
And Wendell's been quiet his last 2 games. You get him going early, he can be an offensive weapon.
15 combined points in his last 2, but Coach Freed says it's shown that this team is much deeper than they expected. Chuck Clemens, the grad senior, over the timeline. Left wing, it's Euchster, the other 5th year. Andrew Deppy in the high post, guarded by Lasith. A big center matchup, 2 underclassmen. Clemens back to Deppy. Deppy drives left on the left elbow. Straight away, 3, Matchett. He can't answer. Back iron. Wendell swarms in for the rebound for 2 hands. Fires a bullet fastball. That's going to be a ball outside. It's intercepted. Matchett takes it the other way for the Engineers. Deppy gets past the screen down low. Right block. Now they kick it. Right corner 3, Clemens. He's short off the right side of the rim. Euchster gets the rebound under the hoop. Reverse layup over Lasith. He can't hit. And the Bombers a strong start on defense.
And we've seen that a couple times tonight, just unlucky shots not falling.
3-0. We're a minute and a half into the first half. Cabral to his right side. 8-foot floater. It's long. Didn't hit the rim. Deppy gets the rebound. Cabral has played some strong minutes. Coming off 12 points last week against St. Lawrence. Inlet pass. Wendell poked it away. Saved it. Gave it right back to RPI. They're at the top of the key with Chuck Clemens. Right wing it's Scalisi. Down low. Right block it's Clemens. At 5'11", leads the team in rebounds. Clemens posting up, now double teamed. Top of the key, Scalisi. Scalisi to his right side. The sophomore double clutch lay. Finger roll no good. Deppy the rebound. Second chance points. He cleans it up.
Yeah, got to make sure you're getting the rebound there if you're the Bombers. Got to play strong on defense against this RPI team.
3-2 Bombers lead. 17:55 left to go first half. Cabral left elbow. Jalen O'Neal taps the chin straight away by the RPI logo. Had a pass stolen away. Match it coast to coast to his left side over O'Neal and lays it in and makes the Bombers pay. RPI the top defense in the Liberty League.
And 2 passes early, just sloppy.
Bombers other way. Wendell long right wing 3. He missed it. Bombers gone cold since the very start of this game, and the Engineers controlling the defense. Here's Deppy, left wing 3, other end. Cash! Deppy answers from downtown, coming off 14 points on Tuesday. Engineers a 7-3 lead. O'Neal Cabral, the Bombers want an answer since the Wendell opening 3. Aiden Holmes, left wing, guarded by Matchett, top defender. Had top 3 in steals in the conference last year. O'Neal top of the key. Once Wendell on the right block, stolen away. That was Euchster. Matchett at half court, dropped it off his foot. Holmes gets the rebound. Now Wendell, left wing 3. He connects. So the Bombers use the turnover at midcourt, and Wendell his second 3. He has all 6 of the Bombers' points.
And really important to get all your shooters going from the 3-point line really early. Logan Wendell doing a good job there of being open.
Here are the Engineers, number 9 offense, but still 6-2 in the conference because of their defense. Deppy top of the key, had it poked away, runs to the logo, scurries with the basketball. Almost fell down. Wendell the swarming defense. Chuck Clemens left wing, back to Deppy left block. Kick out top of the key, it's Matchett. 5 on the shot clock. Matchett from the parking lot, front of the rim. Lace hit the rebound. Bombers have come out with a lot of energy. Coach Freed says that has to be their calling card here on the road against the Engineers. Lace it straight away. Aiden Holmes right wing for the Bombers. Behind the back dribble. Back to the freshman and the lefty. Spins with his left hand. Back to Holmes, same spot. Top of the perimeter. Now O'Neal right wing, left jab step. Aiden Holmes left wing 3. It's short left to go in this first half. Andrew Deppy on the right wing. Now Clemens in the right corner. Deppy has 3 points. Hit one just before to give RPI the lead. Euchster, the grad senior. Left corner, it's Matchett, guarded by Cabral. Matchett ball at his hip. Back to Deppy. They swing it. Scalissi, straight away 3. Nothing but net.
And you've seen a surplus of 3 balls, but honestly, with the pace of this game, it feels like it's going to be a game of who can stay endurance-wise stronger right now.
Wendell over the timeline, finds Aiden Holmes. Backdoor cut to Cabral on the right block. Cabral was blocked down low from Matchett. Gives it back to the Engineers. They have a 5-on-4. Euchster, right wing 3. It's an air ball. Wendell almost got the rebound. Scalissi picked it up, stole it from Wendell. He can't hit the baby hook, and the Bombers catch a really lucky break. Few substitutions towards the scores table in just a second. 15 minutes left to go first half. 10-6 Engineers. RPI has won the last 3 meetings over the Bombers. Aiden Holmes on the right wing on the pass from Wendell. Now Wendell straight away. He has all 6. Drives to his right, finger roll for Wendell. He just missed it. Clemens has the rebound. RPI on a 4-on-4. Match it back to Clemens. They reset. RPI a strong start here from the floor. Clemens goes all the way back to the logo, guarded by Holmes. Deppy on the right elbow. He has 3 points. Back to Clemens. RPI playing keep away. Slow and methodical with 10 on the shot clock. Deppy, left block, now double team. Kick to Clemens. Clemens, 18-foot jumper. It's a long 2, but he hits from the left side. RPI a 6-point lead.
Yeah, and just kind of tied up Jalen O'Neal there. Got himself open and a great look.
Wendell brings it back over midcourt. He just has all 6. It's just been 2 3-pointers for the Bombers. They're 2 for 4 from downtown. Evan Cabral left corner. Aiden Holmes, same spot on the dribble handoff. Back to Cabral straight away. Overhand pass to Wendell. Wendell hands to Cabral. Cabral drives to his left, is non-dominant. Lost it off his foot. Wendell corrals with 5. Ball at his chin. Wendell left corner 3. Just in and out, no good. Front rim and the backboard. It's been all of Wendell here to begin. RPI moves in transition off the body of Euchster under the hoop. Bombers will take it. They head to their bench. Alex Penders, Cole Wissink, Jose Padilla all in the game. And Coach Freed talks about how he feels this team is 8 to 9 guys who can start on every given night. It shows the depth of this basketball team.
Yeah, absolutely. You saw that last weekend. Logan Wendell a little bit more quiet, but you have other guys able to step up, fill those shoes, and put up big points on the board. Evan Cabral, he's been solid this year. Jalen O'Neal having a breakout game so far as well.
Jose Padilla, the sophomore, he'll be at the controls, finds Alex Penders top of the key. Handoff Cabral on the left side. Drives to his left, double clutch, no good, over Yachiel Stewart, who just checked into the basketball game. 12-6 RPI, 13:27 left to go first half. Pat White, the sophomore, also just checked in for RPI, the tall forward. Stewart on the left wing, guarded by Wissink. Hesitates with the left hand. Deppy straight away, guarded by Penders. Clemens, same spot, guarded by Wendell. Hesitates, lowers the shoulder, left corner, Pat White for three. RPI hidden from downtown, a team that's sixth in the conference from three, but it's been their calling card to begin. Bombers want to answer from right to left. Padilla to his left side, fell down, found Penders, left corner three, air ball, Clemens the rebound. Sloppy start here for the Bombers. RPI a 15-6 lead. Clemens straight to his left side. That's routine over Padilla.
Yeah, just a couple unfortunate passes and bad decisions made on the Bombers' offensive side.
17-6 Engineers. Wendell to his left. Alex Penders left corner. Hesitates on the back door. Wendell was open. Penders still just double teamed. Found Padilla left block. Missed the open layup cutting in. Ball on the floor. Foul called. Goes against Cabral. It's going to be the Bombers' first foul. First foul of the game overall. But Wendell hit 2 threes here to begin. The Bombers have only hit 2 shots from the floor. A very slow start, very similar to last year against RPI. Rihanna, this Bombers team shot 3 for 26 from deep against RPI a year ago.
Yeah, and this is a team with excellent defense. We've seen that in years past. You knew what they're going to come out here and do. They're going to try and slow you down. They've done that effectively. Left
to right are the Engineers. Packed house here on this Friday night. Stort on the left wing, match it on the right wing. Right corner, it's Euchster. Hesitates with the left hand. Down low, they go to Thorpe, the freshman. He missed it on the right block. Penders the defense. Padilla jumps in for the rebound with 2 hands.
Really good play set up, just no finish there.
Wendell has the basketball on the far right wing. Finds Penders down low. Swing pass. Cole Wissing left corner. Couldn't shoot the 3. Found Padilla cutting. Padilla was rejected. A foul called the last second. They may call it on the floor. Padilla was rejected from Euchster. They're going to find him with a hold on the wrist. But, man, the RPI defense just diving around on the floor. They're everywhere.
And listen, Jose Padilla has been in that position a couple of times already this game where he's been the one down low. He's only 6'1" and a guard. Get your forwards down there.
Smaller lineup, too, here for the Bombers. No centers on the floor. Penders is 6'5", but he's a lengthy 6'5". Bombers reset top of the key with 15 on the shot clock to Cabral. Left elbow, it's Penders. Ball at his chin. Dribble handoff, Wendell with all 6 points. Wendell left wing, a strip through, drives to his right side, spins, fakes, 4-foot floater, back iron no good. Wissing tipped it out. Penders can reset a new 20. Cabral with the basketball. Coming off a solid weekend at 12 points against St. Lawrence. Finds Logan Wendell, left wing extended. Cabral straight away with 8. Spins back to his right side. Thorpe the defense. Alex Penders, right corner 3. He missed it. And here comes RPI. Euchster had a lot of open hardwood, but dribbled it off his knee. Ithaca once again catches a break. RPI picks up their 4th turnover. But, man, the Bombers just 2 field goals on 2 threes from Wendell. That's all it's been.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the story of the Bomber basketball program tonight, is just not being able to hit shots. And, they're doing all the right things. They're pushing the pace. RPI is having a hard time keeping up with them. They just can't hit the shots.
17-6 Engineers, 11 minutes left to go. First half from Troy, New York. Cole Wissing straight away, finds Holmes top of the key, swing pass right, and Jose Padilla had a quick step to his right, had to reset. Aiden Holmes now double-teamed, right wing extended. Cole Wissing top of the key. Penders drives to his left. He was batted, found Wendell back to Penders. Penders left block, now Aiden Holmes right wing. Scalissi the defense, now with 2, now with 1. Holmes, fadeaway jumper. How did he hit that shot? Fading away towards the stands. Coach Fareed wants a timeout on what looked like a possession that had nothing but failure. Holmes chucks up a prayer. Bombers cut it to a 9-point RPI lead with 10:40 left to go first half.
Yeah, that's just one of those shots that you watch that replay over and over and you think, man, that's just yucky. The way he got that to go, the spin move, everything was perfect about it, highly contested. And Aiden Holmes, we've seen him a couple times, the senior on this team, go up contested and make those big shots when it matters.
What's crazy, though, is the big thing this week, the talking point around this Bombers team was they have found different ways to win without Logan Wendell. Wendell with single-digit points in both games over last weekend. O'Neal, Cabral, and Holmes stepping up. Right now you have 8 points. Wendell has 6 of the 8. It's the exact opposite of what this team thought they were able to do.
Well, and part of that reason is that this RPI defense is doing a really good job at not giving anyone else looks on the floor. Logan Wendell, he's skilled. He's going to get himself open. He's going to get those open looks because he moves so well and has great ball handling skills. A little bit harder for some of the younger members of the team, don't have as much experience and still have to work a little bit harder to get open.
Out of the Bombers' timeout, RPI from left to right here at home. A 17-8 lead, 10:30 left to go here in the first half. Yachil Stort on the right wing. Bombers here in a 3-2 zone defense. It's causing some trouble. Yachil Stort top of the key three. In and out, no good. Thorpe can't get the rebound. Holmes had the rebound, but his toe just stepped on the baseline and will stay here with the Engineers. We've seen the Bombers a lot this season. Coach Freed does not mind mixing up the defense, going from man-to-man to zone. Left side of the hoop, inbound here for Matchett. Goes way top of the key. Finds Scalissi. Scalissi has 3 points. Almost every RPI player with a 3. Scalissi another 3. Hits right on cue at the top of the key. The fans love it.
Automatic is the word that you would use. It just looks automatic for the Engineers right now.
20-8 lead. Pender straight to his right side. Can't hit on the finger roll. Bombers have gone cold. Just 3 shots made here. Here's Dylan Matchett, the junior. Really good start in his junior season. 4 consecutive double-digit games. Finds Yachil Stort on the left wing extended, guarded by Aiden Holmes. Bombers back in a man-to-man defense. It's Tharp straight away. Tharp, the freshman, finds Yachil Stort down low. Alley-oop, it was a mishap. He bobbled the basketball and stepped out of bounds. Gives it back to the Bombers. 6th turnover against RPI with this large lead. Bombers head to their bench too. Jalen O'Neal back in the game. Cabral as well, and Lasith. So that smaller rotation with Penders and Padilla come out, but Logan Wendell also heads to the bench.
Yeah, got to find someone on the floor that can get you some points aside from Logan Wendell, and that's what Coach Fareed is going to do here. Challenge his players to not just rely on your senior captain.
Holmes with 2, Wendell with 6. There's only 2 points on the floor with Holmes. Here's O'Neal from left to right. Darts to his left side, left block, kicks to Cabral straight away. Cabral jump pass O'Neal on the left elbow. Great pass Lasith. Pump fakes on the left block. Count it. One more coming up. Chris Lasith down low doing a really good job with the pump fake. O'Neal found him. And a really strong start when you head to their bench with the substitutions.
Those passes down low, too, looking really clean, looking really zippy. You just got to worry that you don't move your feet too quick for your hands.
And it's a methodical and high IQ play from Lasith, taking his time there. 2 dribbles. The lefty fires. And he'll hit, converts the and 1. Makes it a 9-point game. RPI in front, 9:27 left to go here in the first half. Bombers a full court press. Matchett and Yachil Stort, they just get over the logo. Yachil Stort dribbling on the right wing. Bombers back in the 3-2 zone. Tharp, right elbow. Ball at his hip. He wants to reset, finds Matchett. Matchett, elbow jumper. Left rim, no good. Tharp dove in for the rebound and laid it in on the left block. Too easy. Bombers have not had an answer for this RPI offense in the rebounding department. Cabral from right to left, runs to the corner, now resets. O'Neal top of the key. Aiden Holmes left wing extended. Back to Lasith, left block, lower in the shoulder, bruising down low. Lasith is fouled. Foul's going to go against Pat White, the sophomore, will be his first. Bombers will have it under the hoop here on the inbound. Engineers pick up their 3rd foul of this first half. Lasith has 3 points, Wendell with 6, Holmes with 2. That's all it's been. 22-11 Engineers, 8:49 in this first half. Cole Wissing got the RPI logo on the inbound. Dribbles with the left hand, finds Cabral, left wing extended. Now Lasith top of the key. Drives to his left side, spins on Stort. Cabral straight away, wants a left screen. Takes the left screen, fires a 3, way long. Hit the top of the hoop on the rope. And it will be a violation, RPI basketball. Ithaca now almost just rushing shots to have just something go through. It's just not been there all night.
Yeah, and you got to make sure you're staying smart, right? You got to make sure that you're not taking stupid shots that are super contested, and the Bombers at this point are trying to take any open look that they get.
They're back in this press. Engineers from left to right. Chuck Clemens, Yachil Stort. Been about 6 seconds, now 7. He finally gets over to the forward and Deppy, who's at the top of the key. Now Yachil Stort, left wing, guarded by Cabral. Ithaca still in this zone defense. Deppy, right elbow, wide open, 8 feet out. It's no good. Holmes had the rebound. Bombers 3-on-2 in their favor. Holmes darts to his right side, slithers down the lane. Shot no good, but Lasith, the second chance points. He laid it in. Lasith has 5.
And really good job. 3 Bomber jerseys down there in the paint trying to work for the rebound.
22-13 RPI, 7:55. Chuck Clemens over the RPI logo. Now he'll reset things straight away, dribbling with the right hand. Clemens back to Yachil Stort. RPI now has to find a way to pass through this zone. Deppy, right elbow, wide open. Lasith gave it to him. This time he hits. He's not going to miss from that wide open. So that Bomber zone defense works out, but just lackadaisical last second. RPI by 11. Ithaca from left to right. Kolwisink in the left corner. Darting baseline. Finds Lasith. Left block. Lowers the body. Lasith in and out. No good. Man, how did that shot not go in?
Man, super good physicality from Lasith, too.
Here comes RPI, other end. Got Shield Stort, reverse slam, no good. Would have been a highlight reel play. It was just too much. O'Neal over the timeline for the Bombers. Finds Cabral top of the key. Overhead pass, Aiden Holmes. Ithaca slowing everything down. Coach Freed said RPI so physical. Have to win the mental battle. Aiden Holmes to his left side. Now Cabral top of the key. 10 on the shot clock. Cabral to his left side. Aiden Holmes left corner. Cabral chucked it out of bounds. No foul call down low. Cabral colliding with Chuck Clemens. And with 6:50 left to go, it's an RPI 24-13 lead.
And listen, these are two of the most physical teams in the league. As referees, you come in, you know that, hey, let them play each other a little bit. And it seems like they're doing that so far.
Just a good no call there with Cabral diving down the lane, and both teams love to play physical. RPI known for that. Yachiel Stort gets over the timeline. He'll call a quick timeout. 6:46 left to go. Engineers 24, Bombers 13. And this Ithaca squad coming off what Coach Freed believes is the best performance of their season when you look at the defense, offense coming together. Wasn't their best shooting performance against St. Lawrence on Saturday, but they beat one of the top defensive teams in the country. Now RPI, another top defensive team, and it's showing in the struggles for Ithaca in that category.
And it can be frustrating. Listen, when you're missing shots, you just can't get them to hit. It definitely can be frustrating, but you got to keep a cool head on you and remind yourself that, hey, you've made these shots before. You're coming off one of your best games of the season. There's no reason to panic in this moment. You've still got 6 minutes and 46 seconds on the clock to try and bring it back as much as you can, and a whole nother half, 20 minutes of basketball. A marathon, not a sprint.
And a marathon, not a sprint, is the kind of the key for RPI under Coach Gilbride in 10 seasons. They're a team that loves the marathon. Ithaca's identity is the sprint. It's two teams that are polar opposites, hot and cold. Bombers love the push. RPI loves the slow down.
And I think Ithaca's done a really good job, though, of making RPI speed up. This has been a very fast-paced game.
Out of the timeout, RPI first from left to right. It's Tharp on the left elbow, guarded by Cabral. A lot of physicality. Dribble handoff left side, Clemens. Clemens going baseline, fades from 15. He was way short because he was fouled from O'Neal. 2 shots coming up for the fifth year in Clemens.
And this is something with Jalen O'Neal that you have to be careful about. Sometimes he just can't help himself. He's physical. He's all over you. He's like a fly. He wants to pester you. Sometimes gets a hand in there a little bit too close.
Bombers' second foul of this first half to RPI's 3. Not a lot of foul trouble in this game. Wasn't a lot of foul trouble either in the women's game. The Bombers women's squad, they squeak out a win against the Engineers. Clemens' first free throw is good. But first place up for grabs. The top 3 teams, RPI, Hobart, and Ithaca. Ithaca lost to Hobart 2 weekends back. Coach Freed said it would be big for them to beat a top 3 team. Clemens, 2 dribbles. He'll go 2 for 2 at the line. It gives the Engineers a 26-13 lead. 6.5 left to go in this first half. O'Neal over the logo with the clean pink and teal. Looks like the Kyries. O'Neal through the legs dribble. He's at the free throw line, has to reset to Logan Wendell, top of the key. Wendell to Lasith, left elbow, inlet pass. Lasith ball at his hip, has not used a dribble, finally does. Spins to his left, back to his right. The baby hook with the contact, but Lasith too much in the finger roll.
Yeah, really good play, really good physicality, just can't get it to fall.
Chuck Clemens down low to Yachiel Stort here for the Engineers, looking to extend. Yachiel Stort posts up, fades, can't hit. Wendell the strong defense.
Just a shot I think you take too early. You get an extra pass off. You had guys wide open.
Probably the quickest shot they've taken here tonight. Wendell for the Bombers' other end. Finds O'Neal. Left wing 3. Got it. Just the third 3 the Bombers have been able to hit since Wendell's hot start. They cut it back to a 10-point game with 5:30 left to go. O'Neal has just been so good for the Bombers. 20 points against Clarkson last Friday night. It's a career high. Deppy on the right elbow, guarded by Wendell. Finds Yachiel Stort, right wing extended. Fakes to his right side, almost lost his footing. Clemens straight away. O'Neal's right on him on his hip. Clemens picks up the dribble. Yachiel Stort, right wing 3. Cabral on his face. It mattered. It's way long off the backboard. Bombers have some numbers. Wendell back over the timeline. 5 minutes left to go first half. Chris Lasith fakes the dribble handoff to Wendell. Lasith has the open 3, will not take it. Finds Aiden Holmes. O'Neal top of the key. Wendell pump fakes the left corner 3. Yet Shield stored on him. Almost stole it away. Wendell kept it in front. Now O'Neal to his left side. Post up on Clemens. Lowers the shoulder. O'Neal can't hit it from 2 feet out. He wanted that one. Clemens back over the court here for the Engineers. Motoring his way to his left. Had the ball poked away from Cabral. Engineers under the hoop. Bombers back to their bench and RPI to their bench. Matchett and Scalisi in, 2 starters for the Engineers. And 2 starters out for the Bombers. Wissing and Penders, their reserves, come back in. 10-point game, that's really where it's been. Bombers have been as close as 5 very early on, but the Engineers have kept it right around double digits. Out of the inbound, Clemens, right elbow, guarded on Penders. Ithaca now back into a man-to-man defense. Clemens going to work on Penders. Clemens almost dropped Penders to the hardwood, but he missed the jumper from the free throw line. O'Neal, Bombers going to work straight to the right side. O'Neal could not hit the layup. Both teams have gone cold the last minute and a half. Here's Matchett over the timeline, finds Clemens. RPI does what they do best, they slow it down. Euchster to Matchett, right wing extended, guarded by Wendell. Matchett down low, Euchster on the right block, lost his footing, regathers himself, passes it out. Scalisi has the basketball, finds Deppe cutting, right-handed layup, and he lays it in.
Really good job picking apart that man-to-man defense.
With ease there for the Engineers, 28-16, 3:55 left to go. Penders fakes the handoff straight away, finds O'Neal. O'Neal pump fakes the 3. Wendell left wing. Now Holmes, left corner 3. Ithaca needs it. They will not get it. Back of the rim. They bat the rebound off of Penders' face. So Clemens picks it up for RPI. But Holmes trailing, stole it away, saved the basketball, chucks it across the court. Wendell off his body, off of Scalisi, off of Wendell one more time. It's going to go to RPI, but Coach Freed is pleading that it was off of the Engineers. RPI is going to have the basketball.
Oh, man, that's a tough call to make. The ball, ping-ponging around so many players. And you got Avery Euchster in the scorer's table. There's just really no way to tell.
What a wonky possession. RPI holds on and just both sides trying to save it from just the field of play. Down low at Scalisi on the right block, out of the inbound. Dylan Matchett, left corner 3. In and out, no good. Got some rim and some backboard. Clemens takes the rebound, a 20-second shot clock reset. 3:10 left to go first half, 28-16 Engineers. Avery Euchster left wing, now Matchett posting up on the left block on Holmes. Finds Scalisi, right wing 3, bullseye! RPI once again, not a big three-point shooting team, but they're splashing here from deep here tonight.
And the Bombers just getting distracted in the paint there.
They're on the other end and distracted one more time as Wissink threw it out of bounds, looking to find Holmes. Ithaca picks up their 7th turnover, 31-16 Engineers, and just very similar to last year's matchup. RPI just doing enough to score, and Ithaca not finding a way to score. And Chuck Clemens calls a timeout for the Engineers with 2:49 remaining in this first half.
We've seen this Bomber basketball team, though, be in these situations where they're down, and it looks like an improbable game. You look at early on in the season against Utica, they went down quite a bit in that game. They fight all the way back. This team is used to working from behind.
And a bright spot for the Bombers, too, and Coach Freed brought it up this week. He's never been a part of a team that has found so many different ways to win. You brought up the Utica game. You go down, you come back late. They've played from ahead this season. They've played back and forth. The defense has been there. The offense has been there. It's been a lot of different combinations of winning basketball, but there have not been many first halves like this where they've gone down and the 3-ball is just non-existent right now for the Bombers.
Well, and I think that's because RPI is doing a really good job just staying on them. They're on them like glue. They're all over them, and you really can't get an open look. That can get frustrating. You get rushed. You get the heart beating a little bit. Oh, man, I got to throw up this shot here, and I don't have a teammate open, and that's what happens. You just start missing threes, and it can get really frustrating. And even when you do have that open look the next time, it's in your head you already missed.
The Engineers, 6-2 in the conference. They have made the conference championship in 2 of the last 4 seasons. Went to the Sweet 16 a few years back. Took down the Bombers in the semifinal round of the Liberty League tournament 2 years back. Ithaca did not make the tournament last year. They're looking to get back with this hot start. Out of the timeout, RPI first from left to right. Dylan Matchett straight away. Overhead pass. He wants the right wing to Clemens, guarded by Padilla. Bombers now go back to this 3-2 zone. Andrew Deppe, left elbow, back to Matchett, top of the key. 12 on the shot clock. Matchett, 15-foot jumper. Can't bank it in. Penders one-handed rebound. 2:20 left to go in the first half. 31-16 Engineers. Padilla right wing finds Wissink right corner. Back to Padilla, they play keep away. Coach Freed's talked a lot about Padilla battling back from injury and his steadiness as a sophomore. Wendell top of the key, overhead pass. Alex Penders left corner three. In and out, no good. Just a toilet bowl. Clemens back over the timeline. He has just been a steady point guard in all 5 years. 3 consecutive years of starting. Scalisi, left wing. Now Clemens all the way in the left corner. He went all the way under the baseline. He drives baseline on Padilla. Posting up. Now middle of the paint. Finds Euchster. Euchster drives left. Now Deppy. Left corner jumper. Mid-range, not there. Holmes the rebound.
That 3-2 zone working much better than the man-to-man right now.
Forcing RPI to pass a lot more. Padilla with the basketball, drives left, resets to Wendell, top of the key. 1:36 left to go first half. Wendell hesitates, back to his left, Alex Penders left corner. Handoff Padilla, left wing extended. Ithaca just getting no penetration on this RPI man-to-man. Cole Wissink right corner, Aiden Holmes right corner, finds Penders down low, right block, and Penders the physicality inside. Ithaca desperately needed that.
And we've seen him opt for the 3-ball a couple of times now, but right now, Alex Penders, you got to play the forward position and get into the paint.
Small lineup here for the Bombers. 31-18 Engineers, minute 05 left to go. Scalisi on the right wing, Clemens down low to Deppy. Deppy posting up. He lost his footing. Holmes snatched it away. Holmes to Wendell, but RPI back in transition. Match it with the steal, looking like a safety coming out of nowhere.
Man, I felt like I was watching DeMar Hamlin out there just steal the ball away.
Or RPI Ithaca, also some huge matchups on the gridiron. Andrew Deppy left elbow. 40 seconds left to go first half. Clemens left corner. Deppy left wing three. That's huge. Engineers 34, Bombers 18. 30 seconds left to go. It's a 3-second difference shot in game clock.
And this gymnasium had kind of quieted down after the timeout. You get that three, you get the fans back on their feet.
Wendell, top of the key, fakes the step back three, finds Padilla, same spot. Padilla to his right, on the right elbow. Can't get inside the red paint. 12 on the shot clock. Wendell, top of the key. Straight to his right side, spins to his left, back to his right, nowhere to go. Fades from 8 feet, can't hit. 6 seconds now, shot clock dark. Here comes Clemens for the Engineers. Splits defenders, ball on the floor. Clemens is fouled. He slid about 7 feet. And RPI will have the basketball on an inbound with 1.8 seconds. So Ithaca just not answering the bell when they get a chance. RPI with 7 threes here in this first half. Ithaca to their bench, Lasith in for defensive purposes. 1.8 seconds, RPI under their own hoop. Deppy, 8-foot jumper, can't hit. And the first half is in the books. And it has been all Engineers on this Friday night.
I mean, listen, we expected them to come out and play really tough defense, but the lack of paint penetration by the Bombers, you can really see it. And even more so, even when you are getting the shots off, man, they're just not hitting. They're breaking them all. Sometimes you just start off a little bit cold, got to go into the locker room, make some adjustments.
Well, it's 2 top teams here in the conference, but only one team looks like the top dog right now. Engineers 34, Bombers 18. We'll be back in 14 minutes here on Bomber Sports for the second half here from ECAV Arena. Back inside ECAV Arena for half number 2 of Liberty League Hoops. It's RPI and it's Ithaca, and the Engineers a 16-point halftime lead. Thanks again for joining us here on Bomber Sports alongside Rihanna the Crow. Cam Anna with you, and Ithaca has come out cold. RPI's strong defense, that was the story coming in, and right now RPI is controlling their own destiny in the final 20.
Yeah, and really what they did incredibly well was keeping Ithaca outside of the interior. There was almost zero paint penetration. That man-to-man defense really giving the Bombers trouble, and when they did get looks on the inside, they missed the shots. So when you have those layups off the glass and such, you have to make those shots. I can understand being cold. It happens to everybody. Ithaca needs to find a way to drain some shots, though.
The Bombers, just 4 players that have scored. Wendell leads the team with 6. Those were 2 3-pointers in the first 5 minutes. On the RPI side, multiple different scorers. Andrew Deppy leads the way with 12, including 2 shots from behind the arc for the sophomore. We're about to get set here for half number 2. Ithaca 6-1 in conference play. They hold control right now of first place. RPI at 6-2. First place up for grabs, also depending on what Hobart does this weekend. But the Bombers knew coming in what a challenge this would be. They have felt like they're the underdogs all year long, and what a win would do against finally taking down a top 2 team. But right now, a lot of work to do, down by 16 points. One of the near side referees talking to Coach Fareed. Coach Fareed already upset about something. And some chirping as well from the fans towards Logan Wendell. RPI and Ithaca at its finest. We're underway here in the final 20. Engineers first from right to left. PJ Scalisi, he has 9 points with 3 threes. Finds Euchster on the left elbow. Now left corner 3. It's match it way long off the front of the rim. Scalisi gets the rebound. That's been a story. Clemens straight away 3. Left rim no good. Cabral snatches the rebound with one hand.
Yeah, and why give him that second chance, right? Go in there and get the rebound. That should have been an Ithaca board.
Bombers from left to right in the road white unis. Logan Wendell pump fakes the left wing 3. Hesitates. Pump fakes another mid-range shot. Finds O'Neal left wing extended. Now Cabral top of the key. Cabral has 0 points, and now another turnover. Wanted cross-court pass Wendell. Clemens picks up his second steal of the night. Finds Scalisi, right wing 3. In and out, no good. RPI could have an easy 6 points here to begin. They have none. Cabral over the RPI logo. Aiden Holmes top of the key. Engineers still in a man-to-man defense. Holmes, left corner 3. It's off the mark. Match hit the rebounds. So a few threes here to begin. Neither sides have hit. 34-18 RPI. We're a minute in. Andrew Deppy on the right elbow. Hesitates with the left hand, guarded by Lasith. Scalisi drives left side, pivots to his right. Clemens was cutting on the left block. Finds Euchster top of the key. Euchster drives right, fell to the hardwood. O'Neal picks up the foul, an aggressive foul from O'Neal going for the steal. It'll be the first of this second half.
Yeah, and it looks like both teams are just trying to bank on that three-point shooting. As we know, RPI not the best three-point shooting team in the league, but hey, if you're giving them open looks, why not try them?
RPI hit 7 threes in that first half. Out of the inbound, Chuck Clemens left elbow guarded by Lasith. He's done all the controls as the 5th year. Deppy down low, right block. Wendell poked it out of bounds. Stays with RPI with 11 on that time ticker. That leading scorer is Deppy with 12 points. He has done damage from the perimeter. Left side of the hoop by the Engineers written logo as the referees and Cabral cleaning up some sweat under the hoop on the right block. Clemens will have the inbound with 11 on that shot clock. 18:35 second half, 34-18 RPI. Clemens resets Scalisi top of the key. Ithaca in a 3-2 zone. Andrew Deppy right elbow. Cross-court pass, match it left corner. Now Scalisi top of the key with 3. Scalisi, fade away shot from way deep 2 on the left wing. Can't hit, but dove for his own rebound on the hardwood. It rolled past 2 Bombers. A new 20 on the shot clock. Chuck Clemens at the logo. Andrew Deppy left elbow guarded by Lasith. Bombers' tallest and strongest player. Now to match it. Right wing 3. Rises. Can't hit. It's way short on the front of the rim. But Deppy, another rebound for RPI. He can't hit though. RPI 0 for their first 6 from the floor, but they're winning the rebound battle.
Yeah, it looked like it was pretty close for Deppy on the travel underneath the basket. Doesn't get called, but doesn't make it anyway.
Holmes on the right wing 3. Bombers need it. They cannot get it. Both teams 0 for a combined 8 here to start. Very different from how RPI and Ithaca came out to begin the game. Engineers run a little bit of a 6-0 run. Down low's Euchster. Aiden Holmes on the left block. They reset Scalisi. Right wing. It's Clemens drives to his left, and Clemens is fouled. It's going to be on Aiden Holmes. He gets called in the reach, and the Bombers their second early foul in half number 2.
And a scoreless 2.5 minutes for either side, too. The frustration starts to set in. Okay, how do we mix things up here? Bombers trying to slow things down with a foul.
And the Bombers want to play with some speed, and they have been hurt by the turnovers on just too much extra passing. Out of the inbound, Andrew Deppy, right wing, Chuck Clemens on the right elbow. Clemens is being given the mid-range, not taking it. Finds Scalisi left wing extended. Euchster down low, Deppy. Left block the contact. Shot no good. Deppy the rebound. Blocked from Wendell, but a foul is called. Ithaca's third. Still no points through almost the first 3 minutes of this second half. But for RPI's case, hopefully Deppy makes a few here from the stripe.
Yeah, and that was a tough one for the Bombers. I thought Wendell really had all ball on that one. But Cam, you mentioned those mid-range jumpers that the Bombers are just letting them have. Kind of feels like Ithaca's just saying, hey, we're going to let you take that 3 ball. The paint is ours.
First free throw in for Deppy. There's been stronger defense for the Bombers, really just coming out with more aggression on that side. But 2 turnovers, a few missed 3 balls, and once again, nothing on the interior offensively. Second free throw for Deppy, 74% at the line this season. He makes both. He has 14, and the first 2 points of half number 2. 36-18 Engineers, 17-10 left to go in this ball game. O'Neal from left to right, off a screen from Lasith, finds Wendell top of the key. Wendell was held. Scalisi picks up the foul. RPI's first. Wendell will inbound in front of the Bombers bench.
And one of those moments, too, where this Bomber basketball team has to recognize that those long passes are going to get you in trouble. RPI is going to get an arm in there somewhere.
Wendell inbounds to Lasith, top of the key. Dribble handoff to Holmes. Holmes to his right, double clutch. Can't bank it in, just too strong off the glass. Scalisi gets the rebound for the Engineers. Holmes just with 3 points. Chuck Clemens on the left wing, guarded by Wendell. 16:47 left to go. Clemens, they want Scalisi down low, off his body. He came off a wide off-ball screen guarded by Holmes, out of bounds, Bombers basketball. Hey, the defense is playing better, but if you don't score, you're not going to come back in this basketball game.
Yeah, and they've had a couple looks now. You have that Holmes layup that should have gone in. Just a couple shots. It's got to be frustrating.
Wendell over the timeline, drives quickly. Holmes, left corner 3. Left rim, no good. Euchster the rebound. He dove over Aiden Holmes following his shot. The Bombers have yet to hit a shot in this second half. RPI the other way. Dylan Matchett on the left wing. Now Scalisi, dribble handoff. He fires from deep. He's way short. Neither team can buy a bucket. Wendell for the Bombers on the far left wing. Wendell with those 6 points on 2 threes to begin the game. Throws it to Cole Wissink, left corner, out of bounds. Wendell wants a tipped basketball. They're going to say it wasn't tipped. Wendell and Coach Freed cannot believe it. But the RPI fans, they love it with the celebrations courtside. Nothing going the Bombers' way. No points. And we are 4 minutes in to this second half. Avery Euchster has 0 points for the Engineers, but has played strong defense, finds Clemens top of the key. The 2 fifth years passing back and forth. 13 on the time ticker. Down low, it's Scalisi. Over Holmes. He missed the shot. Holmes a strong defense. Bombers with some numbers in transition. Wissink to Wendell in the left corner. Wendell saves his feet in bounds. Now another cross-court pass to Wissink, right corner. Wissink drives, floats from 4 feet, and finally the Bombers score.
Man, it feels like a sigh of relief. You can just take there for a second and reset. Reset right now. You got 15 minutes left to clean it up.
A 16-point lead here for RPI. Avery Euchster in the right corner, Engineers from right to left. Scalisi on the right elbow, finds Deppy down low, lost the basketball. They reset to Clemens with 13 on the shot clock. Clemens has 6 points. They go left corner, it's Scalisi not shooting the basketball. Scalisi to Deppy. They play tic-tac-toe. Euchster down the lane, but a charging foul. Euchster made the shot, but Aiden Holmes drew it. He might be the best at doing that in the conference. He had a few last weekend, and the Bombers take it on the charging foul.
Yeah, it's just one of those moments where you can play selfless and you can say, hey, I'm going to plant my feet right now and take a fall for my team. Aiden Holmes does that.
Bombers down by 16. It ties the largest lead for the Engineers. RPI has scored once in this second half. Ithaca has scored once in this second half. It has been very sloppy, a lot of strong defense, and a lot of missed open shots. Bombers from left to right. Logan Wendell, right wing extended. Hesitates, finds Lasith down low. Bruising, the lefty big body, can't hit. Finds his own rebound, bucket, and one. Chris Lasith. He's got 8 points for the Bombers. He's their leading scorer. His second and one opportunity. And the big body from Lasith, 6'5", 230, showing up down low.
And hey, if the referees are going to let you play physical, then do it. Play physical. Lasith is that guy. He may just be a freshman, but he's a big body. He can get in deep. He can get those shots off and just be physical.
36-22 Engineers. Lasith looks to convert here on the and one. A lot of barking from the RPI fans. And it will hurt Lasith. He missed the shot. RPI from right to left with this large lead. Bombers back in the 3-2 zone. Chuck Clemens with the controls on the left dribble. Finds Yachil Stort. Now Deppy. High left block. Fires a jumper. He was wide open. He missed off the front of the rim. Wendell gets the rebound for the Bombers. Looking to move on a 4-0 run here if they could score. Wendell down low Lasith. Too high of a pass. Tips out of bounds. Holmes and Yachil Stort. They crash into each other. Holmes was looking to save the basketball. Him and Yachil Stort went down extremely hard. Very aggressive. Yachil Stort comes up limping. Holmes tried to go around his body. It's a basketball play, but the two of them colliding, and Yachil Stort did not expect it.
And it's one of those moments, too, where you're both flying through the air. You're both trying to do the same thing. You get tied up, and it's just an unfortunate one.
Full court press. RPI breaks it. Avery Euchster left corner three. Cash. His first points here tonight. 39-22 Engineers. 14-10 left to go.
And more than that, the home crowd loves it.
All the celebrations on this Friday night. Cole Wissink to Logan Wendell. Bombers with possession. Jalen O'Neal, far left wing. Now Aiden Holmes in the left corner. Wendell straight away. Wendell wants a screen. Hesitates with the left hand. Still on that deep left wing spot. 8 on the shot clock. Wendell spins to his left. Lowers the shoulder. Puts up a double clutch shot. No good. Holmes the rebound. He was blocked on a second chance opportunity. Clemens back over the half court line. Deppy down low. Pass was tipped. Holmes tipped it. And Wendell takes it back over midcourt. And Wendell is fouled by Clemens. So the aggressiveness, the loudness of this gym playing a factor. Ithaca still down big, 39-22. And here come the substitutions. Alex Penders, Evan Cabral in. And Tommy McKiernan, the freshman, in for the first time here for the Bombers. Coach Reed calls him a spot-up shooter. But the Bombers is waiting for him to show that out of his bag of tricks. No Lasith on the floor. He comes out. He's kind of been the go-to. We'll see how the Bombers respond. They inbound. McKiernan in the left corner. Pump fakes the three. He resets. Posting up on Matchett. He's at the top of the key. Now McKiernan back to Wendell. 18 on the shot clock. Wendell calling out plays. Wants McKiernan left wing. McKiernan left jab step. Drives left. Penders left corner. They go back to McKiernan. McKiernan's had the ball this whole entire possession. Now Alex Penders down low in the left corner. Posting up with 4. Lowers the shoulder. Charging foul. Matchett drew it. It's RPI basketball on a possession that was, it seemed like Rihanna trying to set up McKiernan for a 3.
Yeah, he had the basketball in his hands quite a few different times, just couldn't find an open look. And when you're a freshman, you're inexperienced out there. It can take some time to adjust to the speed of the game. McKiernan having a hard time drawing some space.
39-22 Engineers, 13 minutes left to go here from Troy, New York. Matchett top of the key, finds Yachil Stort in the right wing. Matchett pump fakes the left wing 3. They find the freshman Thorpe on the left elbow. Handoff Matchett, drives to his left side, guarded by Penders. Matchett top of the key, Stort with 8. Back to Stort. Stort left wing 3. Rises, can't hit in and out, but Matchett the rebound. He caught it in midair and laid it in. Nobody was boxing him out.
Logan Wendell looked like he was tied up with an RPI defender down low.
Wendell has the basketball straight to his right side, fouled, and an and one coming up for Wendell. Taking it himself right down the alleyway. 41-24, RPI still in front, 12:30 left to go. But Wendell just wasting no time on that possession.
Yeah, and Logan Wendell is one of those guys where he's a senior, he's a captain. He knows how to stay composed, if anyone knows how to stay composed. And, you know, if he has to be the leader and lead by example out there, that's what he has to do.
Just 2 seniors that are on this team that are able to play. Bryce Blybetree, the 3rd senior, but Wendell and Holmes have just been the true captains. They've been with Fareed all 4 years. And they understand a lot of Liberty League basketball. Wendell's free throw, is good. He converts the and one. Wendell has 9. 41-25 Engineers, 12:33 left to go. Bombers back in this full court press. It shields Stort to the far side and Matchett. Back to Stort. They get over on the near side. Matchett's been their go-to scorer, but not so far tonight with 5 points. Tharp left elbow. Ball at his chin. They're giving him the mid-range. He's not shooting. Now Matchett right wing would have been a deep 3. He holds off. Left-handed dribble. They go to the left corner, Scalisi. Scalisi down the lane, the floater. No good, in and out. Tharp grabs the rebound. Ball at his hip, rises up. He was blocked from Penders. Ball on the floor. Picked up from Scalisi. Down the lane. Lays it up. Lays it in. And one. Offensive rebounds. Second chance points. The Engineers fans have erupted. And RPI just routine on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, and it just looked like Penders didn't quite get his feet set before RPI just barrels right into him.
Penders comes out. He picks up a foul there. It's going to be Penders' second. They bring Lasith back in for obvious reasons. Bombers just lack a lot of size. They lack size against St. Lawrence. They did win the rebound battle, 40-31 in that game, but RPI just, the one thing Coach Free talked about, their physicality, and it's showing. Tommy McKiernan still in the game. Cole Wissink, Evan Cabral, Chris Lasith, and Logan Wendell. Just 3 starters in, and McKiernan has not played a lot of minutes. 8.2 minutes per game right now, but coming into a big spot. 43-25, RPI looks to make it 44. Free throw chance, no good. Lasith the rebound. They do not convert on the and one.
And you mentioned the physicality, Cam, out of RPI. That's been Ithaca's identity all year. They haven't played tall, but they've played physical.
Wendell darts to his right side. He was fouled, lost the basketball in midair. So Wendell back-to-back possession saying, hey, give me the basketball. Let's put something together.
And sometimes, like I said, that's what you got to do. You got to take control. You got to be the leader by example. And if anyone's going to do it, it is going to be Logan Wendell. He's fast. He doesn't care. He says, yeah, give me the basketball. I'll show you what we can do.
He has 9 points, 2 threes, and an and one a minute ago. He'll have 2 free throws here. Wendell, 2 dribbles. And he'll convert on the first. 43-26, RPI's favor, 11:48 left to go. Cole Wissink checks out, Aiden Holmes back in. And down the stretch here, Aiden Holmes going to have to play the full next 11:48. Wendell will probably not come out of this game. He'll play a large sum of minutes. Team lead with 31.3 minutes per game. Wendell back at the stripe. Looking to cut down this large deficit. Free throw's up. Free throw is in. Wendell 4 for 4 at the line. Back to this full court press. Yachil Stort gets it in. He'll control at the point guard spot. Wendell in front of him. Now Yachil Stort gets a pass from Matchett. Back to Matchett on the far right side of the baseline. They finally get it over. That slows a lot of things down. Slowed 10 seconds off that shot clock. Matchett top of the key. Finds Scalisi left wing. Back to Matchett straight away. Scalisi drives left, down the lane, acrobatic shot with the contact, but Lasith wins the defensive battle. Bombers over midcourt with Cabral, straight to his left side, reverse layup, he was blocked from Matchett. RPI gets back on defense better than anybody. 43-27 Engineers, 11:10 left to go. Down low it's Pat White, Scalisi top of the key now to Matchett. Engineers just slowing things down and a passing clinic past the Bombers. It's Shield Stort right wing extended. Going to work on McKiernan. They reset. Pat White wide open, top of the key. 3, just no good. Both sides of the rim. Wendell wants to slow things down. Coach Freed on his hands and knees calling out plays. Wendell hesitates with the right, back to his left, now straight to his right. Finds Cabral right corner. Down low, Lasith right block. Posting up, Lasith lost the basketball and poked out of bounds from Scalisi. Bombers under the hoop with 14. But you can't waste too much time here. Ithaca has to just find a way to get this perimeter shooting alive. Don't have a 3 here in this second half.
And you got to think about the other players out there on the floor that have yet to get involved.
Wendell off the inbound, right corner 3, way short. Holmes the rebound, can't put it through on the second chance bucket. Holmes elbows throwing down low with Pat White. White almost caught Holmes with an elbow. Holmes wanted a foul. RPI back over the timeline with Pat White, and Coach Freed wants a 10-second violation, and he's going to get it. Coach Freed was begging for a 10-second call. Mark Gilbride, the head coach for RPI, he can't believe it. Finally, a call, I guess, for Coach Fareed's sake goes his way.
And this has felt like one of those games where Coach Fareed's been a little bit more animated, but I do agree. I don't think any of the calls have really gone Ithaca's way per se.
He gets one there. 10-second call. Bombers with a full press defense. So they'll have it. 43-27, 10-20 now. Ithaca back on the offensive side from left to right. Logan Wendell, left wing. Cabral straight away off a screen. Hesitates. Dives down to the basket. To the right side. Finger roll is long, but he's fouled. Cabral going to the line here for 2 shots.
And Evan Cabral is one of those players that you got to think, hey, if this guy gets involved, if this guy gets hot and gets shooting well, he could be somebody that makes a humongous difference in this game.
0 for 4 from the floor is Cabral. Has no points. He'll look to get 2 here from the line. The sophomore, first free throw is good. Bombers right now are playing a very strong defensive half, but the offense has just been really non-existent. They were down 16 at the half, down 43-28 here before Cabral's second free throw. 3 dribbles. Launches away, back iron no good, match at the rebound. First miss from the line so far here for the Bombers. Here comes Scalisi, match it straight away for the Engineers. Ithaca now in a 2-3 zone defense. Match it, takes the top of the key 3. RPI is yet to hit a 3 here in this second half. Wendell from left to right over the timeline. Fake to his left side, almost split defenders. Now goes to his right side. Wendell to the basket, threw up a hook shot, was poked out of bounds. Wendell wanted a foul as RPI goes to their bench. A large reload, all their starters back in. Could be trouble for the Bombers. Deppy, the leading scorer. Clemens, their leading point guard, and Avery Euchster, their best three-point shooter.
And, you know, you mentioned the lack of three-pointers from the Engineers so far. Ithaca giving them wide-open looks. Sometimes that can get in your head more than having someone in front of you.
Wendell gets it into McKiernan. McKiernan drives to his left side on the high post. Finds Cabral left corner. Cabral going baseline. Tumbles to the hardwood. Blocking foul on Pat White. RPI is going to pick up yet another foul right here. Looks like it's going to be 1-and-1s. 8th foul against the Engineers. A lot of foul trouble here in this second half for RPI, helping out the Bombers. With 2 free throws here, they can cut it to a 13-point game. 15 points at the moment. Cabral just went 1 for 2 at the line.
And hey, if they're out bodying you, use your speed to your advantage. Make them frustrated, make them get a little sloppy.
Cabral sets up, first free throw is good. He'll get 1 more here on the 1-and-1. Ithaca not going away. Very slouchy first half of play, but the defense has come out, and this has just been a bloodbath of a second half. First matchup of the season between the Engineers and the Bombers. They'll face off one more time in mid-February. But the Engineers have won the last 3 meetings against the Bombers. Cabral takes a deep breath here. Bombers want 30 points. Free throw is up. It's way off the mark. Bombers stay at 29, RPI 43, 9:30 left to go. Avery Euchster with the green Jordans at the top of the key finds Clemens, same spot. Bombers still in this 3-2 zone. They've mixed the 2-3 and the 3-2. Andrew Deppy, high post, left elbow jumper, nothing but net. 45-29, and Deppy has 15 points.
And Deppy's been money from that mid-range jumper.
Cabral over the timeline. Lasith, right wing 3. Not a big shooter. He can't hit right of the rim. Pat White the rebound. Eden Holmes the foul. 6th foul against the Bombers. Holmes just an aggressive foul late. Lasith there wide open. He shot the 3 ball well to begin the season against Cortland. There were some sparks at times for Lasith from downtown, but if he's going to be that wide open when you're down by this much, he'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a look you have to give. If you're looking to, close the gap here in this game, the 3 ball is what's going to do that for you. It doesn't matter who has to take it.
Chuck Clemens over the timeline, guarded by the freshman in McKiernan. There's a 5-year difference in grades between the two of those guys. 3-2 zone with the Bombers back into it. Deppy top of the key finds Euchster right wing extended. Euchster a strip through, lost the basketball. McKiernan picked it up on the 5th year. McKiernan goes to the right corner, wants to reset, now he's double teamed. Finds Cabral, cutting towards the basket. Left-handed shot is good. Timeout call for the Bombers. 45-31, they cut the lead, 8:30 left to go. A really good pass there from the freshman in McKiernan.
And the smallest deficit we've seen since the beginning of this second half here, Cam.
So the Bombers now can slow things down, catch their breath a little bit. This rotation on the floor, You get your two star captains in Wendell and Holmes, but we have not seen all year, really outside of the Utica game, McKiernan play late minutes like this. This is an absolute switch for the Bombers.
And he's got a little bit frustrated too. I don't know if you saw this, Cam, but on the Cabral free throw, he kind of fell down on the first shot. Seemed like one of the RPI defenders kind of pushed him over, and then the referee said, listen, you just flopped and we knew it, so calm yourself down. He got a little frustrated. Wendell had to calm him down. And
that's the experience too, knowing this environment. The RPI fans are into it as a freshman. It's good to have Wendell in a spot like that, not let the emotions get the best of you, because this RPI squad, what they do have is the 2 fifth years, a lot of experience from junior players with a lot of minutes, and a team that knows the Liberty League tournament. Ithaca really the exact opposite in that department.
Yeah, and the seniors that you do have on this team, listen, they carry a ton of wisdom. Logan Wendell, Aiden Holmes, they've been phenomenal leaders for this team this year, but you're starting to get a couple of these guys on the same page with those leaders. This team is going to be good in a couple years.
Out of the timeout here, RPI from right to left, full court pass. They give it over to Clemens. It's a 2-on-2, but RPI resets. That's what they love to do. Control the clock, get in system. A 45-31 Engineers lead, 8:20 left to go. It's Yield Stort right wing. Clemens top of the key with 8 points. Clemens wants the overhead pass. Yield Stort right wing back to Clemens left wing. Clemens drives to his left, guarded by McKiernan. Clemens, left-handed dribble with 5. Down the lane is Clemens, whistle blown. Foul on McKiernan. Ithaca's 7th foul. Both teams have now a combined 15 fouls. Very different than that first half. It was clean basketball. Now much different in that area. Clemens here with a 1-and-1.
And it might be one of those moments where you're saying, hey, what can I get away with? Or it could be one of those moments where let's reset here, let's take the foul, and figure out what we can do on offense to get back on track.
Clemens 2 dribbles, 64% at the line. He misses, but rebounded from Deppy. RPI has done that all night long, so Clemens resets and calls out a play, putting his left index finger in the air. It's Yield Stort left wing, back to Clemens right wing. Ithaca the 3-2 zone. Down low Deppy, backdoor cut Euchster. Reverse layup blocked from Lasith. Lasith was right there as a brick wall. Wendell over midcourt finds Aiden Holmes right corner. Aiden Holmes was shoved, stays on his feet. Holmes has to get rid of it. Top of the key, Cabral jumping for the pass. Bombers slow things down 45-31. Cabral straight to the basket. Full head of steam, but missed the shot. Clemens and RPI from right to left. Clemens to his left side. Yield Stort deep, right wing 3. Got it. RPI finally hits a 3 in this second half. It's just the second 3 total of this second half. 48-31 Engineers. Wendell with the basketball, calling out a ton of plays. Drives to his right, hesitates, back to his right. High floater. He kissed it off the glass and in, and Wendell is begging for a foul. They're back in a full court press. Coach Fareed asking for this team to press. Chuck Clemens gets it over to Yield Stort. Now Deppy top of the key. Euchster left corner. And RPI slows everything down. 6:45 left to go. Clemens calls out a play. Ithaca still in his zone. RPI has picked it apart all night. Yield Stort left wing. Deppy left block. Clemens top of the key. 3. Got it. 2 for 2 from RPI from downtown. Timeout call for the Bombers. And the Engineers blowing it open. 51-33 lead with 6:30 remaining.
And you mentioned, those threes and how they can close the gap for Ithaca if you just hit a couple of them. It goes the same way for RPI, right? The gap just keeps getting wider and wider. And, I like what the Bombers are doing, giving them the open look from 3, because at least you're guarding the paint, you're guarding the easy shot downtown. At the same time, it puts you in a really bad position to, close this gap if they start getting hot from beyond the arc.
It's been the Logan Wendell show, which has been kind of the opposite of what the Bombers have done of late. He has 13 points. Next leading scorer is Lasith with 7. Everybody else with just 1 basket below that. RPI has had a lot of different players stepping up, and this Engineers team, they do not blow you away offensively. Just 62 points per game, 9th in the conference, but they find ways to win because of their defense. And every time, Rihanna, they find an offensive rebound, they reset, they slow things down, they control the pace of the whole game.
Well, and I think that's what Ithaca is lacking. When they do have those offensive rebounds or they do have an offensive possession, it's incredibly hard for the Bombers to reset and not panic and just take the shot. RPI has done a really solid job of just getting themselves back in system, slowing it down, burning the clock, and putting up a high percentage shot.
Coach Freed said just 2 nights ago when we chatted with him that RPI beats you with their mental and physical toughness, and that is really the definition of this basketball game right now. Bombers come out of the timeout. They'll work from left to right. Jalen O'Neal and Alex Penders back in the basketball game with Holmes, Wissink, and Cabral. No Logan Wendell in the final 6:30. A 51-33 Engineers lead. O'Neal's been super quiet. He has 3 points, gets over the logo. Aiden Holmes top of the key. Evan Cabral on the left block. Cabral now on the left elbow finds Aiden Holmes top of the key. Holmes drives to his right side. He was blocked from Euchster. Euchster picks it up. 2-on-2. Penders fell to the hardwood. They find Clemens. Back to Euchster. They play give and go. Euchster lays it in. He has 7. A clinic here from the Engineers. A 20-point lead. And O'Neal just lost the ball off his foot. It will stay here with RPI. Almost looked like O'Neal did bat it off his foot. So the Bombers will inbound under the basket. And RPI out of the timeout, just picking up right where they left off. O'Neal inbounds, reset, top of the key. Penders. Cole Wissink in the same spot. He has no points. O'Neal over the head pass. Down low, Penders had it poked away. Scalisi over midcourt. Bombers a yet another turnover. Inlet pass has not been there all night. 5:45 remaining. Chuck Clemens right wing. Dylan Matchett right corner. Has a strip through low in the shoulder on Cabral. Now uses his dribble. Andrew Deppy top of the key. Now Euchster back to Deppy. Left corner Clemens. Fakes the 3. Darts baseline. Now back to Deppy. Left wing 3. He's short. Wissink the rebound. But RPI just every pass is making the Bombers look silly.
And every time the Bombers are in the paint, just an umbrella of arms can't get anything through.
O'Neal right elbow. Resets to Holmes on the left wing. Holmes to Cole Wissink top of the key. Down low O'Neal. O'Neal double teamed, but he floats it up and in over Deppy. About a 5-inch difference. O'Neal now has 5 points. 53-35. 5 minutes remaining. It's an Engineers lead. Match it over the timeline. Finds Avery Euchster in the right corner. Andrew Deppy, and he passes it slowly to Clemens at the top of the key. Clemens saying slow things down. Clock's their best friend. Andrew Deppy left elbow. Scalisi driving baseline. Back to Deppy. Left wing extended 3. Got it. Deppy is having a huge night. Has started all 15 games. Season high 19 points. Deppy has 19 points. Evan Cabral wants a left corner 3 to answer. He cannot. Holmes the rebound. Now O'Neal, top of the key 3. It's way short, and the Bombers have yet to hit a 3 in this second half. Foul called on Cabral off the rebound. He reached it on Matchett, and a 1-and-1 chance coming up for the Engineers, a 56-35 dominant lead.
And you talk about slowing things down, right? That's a perfect opportunity. Holmes gets the rebound. Jalen O'Neal has the perfect chance to reset at the top of the key. Instead, he takes a contested 3 and doesn't hit, gives the ball away.
And the Bombers now kind of conceding here, bringing in their 3rd unit. Yoav Regev, the sophomore into the game. Lawrence Brady, his first minutes. Jose Padilla back in with Tommy McKiernan. All freshmen and sophomores on the floor right now for the Bombers. Matchett first free throw is good. He'll get one more. Regev just 3 minutes a game, has played in 7 games. Played 2 minutes last Saturday against St. Lawrence. You bring in Lawrence Brady as well. Brady began the season as a starter, started 3 games, was playing loud minutes, close to 30 minutes a night, but now has just been non-existent in the rotation. Both go in there for Matchett, and RPI brings in all of their reserves into the basketball game. Nate Tawaya Boateng comes in, the junior forward. And Abukar Kamara also comes in the game, the freshman guard. So RPI a whole new rotation. As a lot of fans start to leave the gym with 4:15 left to go, 58-35 Engineers. Lasith to Brady, top of the key, finds McKiernan on the left wing extended. Brady straight away, crossover dribble, finds McKiernan, deep left wing 3. It's way short. Euchster the rebound. Worst shooting performance night of this season for the Bombers, and it shows. Only 35 points on the board will be a season low. Down low is Scalisi, finds Euchster, right wing three. Euchster hits, why not? RPI, it's a clinic.
Man, just one of those moments, it's icing on the cake.
61-35 Engineers. Padilla left wing extended, Lawrence Brady top of the key. Regev right wing extended. Left jab step, spins to his right, posting up, now double teamed. Regev, he was fouled last second from Euchster. Regev will go to the line here for a 1-and-1. Bad foul there on the Engineers. They had Regev bottled up, but he'll get a 1-and-1 chance.
Yeah, really good job drawing that foul, moving into the paint, just seeing what you can do.
The Bombers will be back in action tomorrow on this long road trip at Skidmore, a team that came into the weekend 1-7 in conference play. Regev misses the free throw. Clemens grabs the rebound. We'll talk about that in just a second, but Coach Free doesn't want this team to fold on Skidmore because of their 1-7 record. They dropped 92 on Vassar last weekend. Here's Euchster. They find the pass to Tawaya Boateng down low. He missed the baby hook, but he batted the rebound like a volleyball player diving for a dig. Clemens has it at midcourt. 3 minutes left to go. Tawaya Boateng fakes the handoff, now finds Clemens left elbow. Clemens kicks. It's Scalisi, right corner three. That's money. Timeout called for Coach Fareed. The three-ball affair has now come back alive for the Engineers after they went cold. 64-35, 2:52 left to go.
Just one of those moments, too, as a coach where you have to say, we just got to keep our heads on us right now and understand that this is just not our game, and that's what you have to chalk it up to, a fluke. Not
a timeout. Bombers had a substitution. Here's Jose Padilla over midcourt. Final 2:45 left to go. McKiernan to Regev. Regev in the left corner, behind the back dribble. Bottled up. Now McKiernan at midcourt really has nowhere to go with 14 on the shot clock. Dribbles to his left. Padilla at the RPI logo, taps his chin. A left screen from Lasith. Padilla crossover through the legs. Drives to his right. Now Padilla still at the free throw line. Regev left corner. Drives baseline. Lasith under the hoop. Shot clock violation. The Bombers weren't even close to putting up a shot.
You know, a couple more seconds, that would have been a really good setup for Chris Lasith, but you know, when you have these inexperienced players out on the floor against a really good RPI defense, this is an opportunity for you to see what adjustments you need to make for the future.
The Bombers' lowest scoring loss of the season came on November 10th against Babson. They still scored 60 points. They're scoring 35 right now. 2:21 left to go. Max Nierenberg comes into the game, too, for the Bombers, another freshman from Ramsey, New Jersey. And Michael Porter, the freshman, also comes in for the Bombers. RPI works over their logo, all their reserves into the game. Billy Feeks, the freshman. He'll control at the point guards from Yorktown Heights, New York. Posting up down low is Chris Fawnin, the junior, his first game of the season, battling injury. The junior goes top of the key. Ojalarin. Ojalarin hesitates with the right hand, now through the legs, drives to his left side, lost the basketball. Regev poked it away off of Ojalarin's knee. It's Bombers basketball with 1:57 left to go. But Ithaca has to bounce back tomorrow against Skidmore, a high-octane offensive team. They can't come out and let this loss derail their season.
And that's a game where, you know, you can use that to build a little bit of confidence, but you got to make sure that this one doesn't get away from you.
Lawrence Brady, right elbow, lowers the shoulder, fakes from 13 feet out, rattles in and out, no good. Fun in the rebound for the Engineers. Final $130 here tonight. ZZ Blades on the left wing, finds Ojalarin on the left baseline. Down low cut, and a left-handed layup from Blake Smith, the freshman. Everybody involved for RPI. They bring a brand new substitution in. And look at this. Everyone that is suited up here tonight for the Engineers has played in this basketball game. This is a 18-man roster.
Yeah, I mean, that just goes to show this is an opportunity for you to get some substitutions in, and why not use it?
66-35, minute 15 left to go. Bombers with possession from left to right. Michael Porter in the left corner finds Regev on the left handoff. Regev left wing extended. Spinning, posting up on Fawnin. Backdoor cut. It's Lawrence Brady to his left. Brady was blocked, but they call a foul. Met up top. Foul is picked up down low, so Brady will pick up 2 free throws. Minute 03, 66-35. But a night the Bombers want to wash. And the biggest thing Coach Fareed told us on Thursday is this team last year began 5-1. A few losses derailed their season. He said the biggest thing about this squad, their calling card, needs to be responding after losses.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You have the opportunity to go out tomorrow and take on a Skidmore team who's low right now. You have the opportunity to build some confidence, and that's what you need to go out and do. You can't dwell on this loss for the rest of the season because you've obviously been incredibly successful. Now turn it around and use it as motivation.
Engineers on the offensive side dribbling things out, 50 seconds left to go. The Bombers lost in this gym last year, 53-45. That was their lowest scoring game to date. We'll have to go really deep to see the last time the Bombers scored 35 points. A steal there from Michael Porter. Lawrence Brady the other way for the Bombers. Jose Padilla, right wing three, up and good. Padilla hits from downtown. His first points here tonight. 30 seconds left to go. 66-38. Bombers trying to just inch towards that 40-point mark. Harrison Neal gets it over midcourt. Finds Blake Smith, who's going to dribble things out. Hands off to Ryan Jackson. 16 seconds, shot clock dark. The Engineers take 4 wins in a row from the Bombers. They move to 13-3, the best overall record in the Liberty League. 7-2 overall, RPI vying for first place. The Bombers fall to 9-6, 6-2 overall in conference play, and a dominant win for the Engineers on their Friday night, and their home crowd absolutely loves it.
Yeah, I mean, man, what a show out. You have 2 of the top teams in the Liberty League, and you go in here and you make a statement. If you're RPI, this has got to give you a lot of confidence moving down the stretch. You're going to see Ithaca later on in the season. Granted, that'll be at Ben Light Gymnasium. You'll have the opposite effect. The fans will be in attendance there. But again, you made a statement. You own this team right now. That's a big win.
And now for the Bombers, Rihanna, how do they get back on track tomorrow and not let things collapse against Skidmore?
Well, for me, Cam, as you know, in all my coaching experience, you just really have to chalk this one up to a fluke. It's like golf. When you have a bad round, you just have to move on and say, you know what, it was one bad round. It doesn't define who you are as a basketball player. And, you know, this is the thing. You have an opportunity, like I said, to go out against a Skidmore team and make a statement, build some confidence back up. You got to chalk it up to a fluke, not let it derail your season. Well,
some more history here to leave you with. The Bombers took down RPI in 1982, 76-51, a 25-point lead. RPI wins tonight by 28. It's the largest winning margin in the both teams' matchup history that's gone all the way back to the 1980s. 66-38 is the final. RPI victorious. The Bombers back in action tomorrow from Saratoga Springs. But for tonight, we thank you so much for tuning in here on Bomber Sports. For Rihanna DeCrow, I'm Cam Mann. We'll see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. tip-off. Skidmore and Ithaca will have all the coverage on Bomber Sports. Good night, everybody.